Today we're going to be unboxing some modern CGCs. I won't be seeing these books for, probably a few months. Really, I'm just making this video as kind of a timestamp. Today is July 8th, 2021, when I'm sending them off. My prediction is that the modern books are going to be back around October. Let's hope for some high grades, and I guess this is going to feel a lot quicker for you guys than it is for me, because here comes the unboxing. Now we're going to open up the CGC books. These books have been away from my possession for a long time. I shipped these books out July 8th, 2021. My cleaner and presser got them and shipped them to CGC around July 20th. CGC didn't open them until September 10th, and now January 22nd, finally getting back to my possession. So about a 7-month process for those of you who are interested in sending in books. It's, don't expect to see them for a while, because it's going to be a long time. But when that box finally comes, it's good. So my dad is going to be opening the books, because I'm not actually currently with the books. So I get to be really surprised when I get to see him over the call here. So he's going to pull out the books. I'm going to do my little grade guess. I'll probably be way off on a lot of them. And then, we'll have some fun with it. So you can say hi to the crowd, Dad.
Yeah, what's up, guys? All right. So as I've learned from watching these already, I've cut open the box carefully.
There we go. The hardest part is doing it on camera.
So I'm going to take them out of the packaging. Okay. First one up is going to be Green Lantern number 25.
Okay.
So here we go.
Perfect. So green, it's going to be bad reflection because it's, a slab, but Green Lantern number 25 from the Jeff Johns run. This is part of the Sinestro Corps War arc. This is the first appearance of Atrocitus, and the first time the color spectrum appears, Larfleeze, all the stuff in Green Lantern. This is like where Green Lantern really expands. This is kind of a spec book. I actually have 3 of these in this unboxing alone. I think when the Green Lantern show, assuming it ever happens, is going to make this book really spike. I got 3 copies. I think one of them is a 9.4, one of them is a 9.6, one of them is a 9.8, but I don't know which one's which. So show me some high 9s. What do we got?
Okay, here we go. First one up.
9.4. Okay, I said 9.4, 9.6, 9.8. So hopefully that's the lowest of the 3.
Hopefully that's the lowest. And then just says Green Lantern number 25, DC Comics.
The right side is like where it describes like what's special about the issue. It should say like first appearance of Larfleeze or first appearance of Atrocitus.
Oh, it would help if I brought my glasses.
That probably would help if you could see it.
So we may have to do that.
That's okay.
Point. Because I definitely cannot read that.
They'll probably. This is what happens as your vision starts to go.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's fine. I know what it says. We'll do a close-up on it at the end.
Okay. All right. So that's the first one. 9.4.
All right, 9.4. That's about accurate. I thought 1.94, 1.96, 1.98. So
you want to stay with the Green Lantern since
let's run all 3 Green Lanterns to start out the unboxing.
Okay. Next Green Lantern.
This is a pretty big issue in the Green Lantern mythos, and I think that if they do end up like making the HBO Max show, I think Atrocitus and the entire color spectrum is going to be a big part of it. So I think that, after the first season, they could really get into, the Red Lanterns and blue. There's a lot of potential there. I just hope they go in on it one day. So, all right, show me a 9.6 or show me a 9.8. Come on. I don't like the face you're making. That's not good. Oh, 9.2. That's not good. Geez. Okay.
One of the differences of me already knowing.
I know. We get to see your poker face when you see the grade on the back. Okay, 9.2 and 9.4.
I was able to keep the poker face while you were looking at it. So.
Jeez, what is the third one going to be? Give me at least one 9.8. This book is has value in a 9.8. The 9.2s and 9.4s. I mean, I thought they were pretty high grade when I sent them out, but I don't like the face you're already making. This is not good. Please show me a high 9.
You want me to show it?
Show it.
Poker face.
Yes. All right, one of them. So when I bought this book on eBay, I got all 3 on eBay. I bought it and I was like, this is a book that I wanted for my Green Lantern collection. I have like a whole Green Lantern wall forming. If you remember my last unboxing, I had the Kyle Rayner books and the Jessica Cruz book. So I'm like, I want this whole like wall of Green Lantern books, and this is one that I'm like, that'll be a good piece. So I buy the one, this one. I bought one that I thought was really high grade. It was a good price. And then I saw a second copy that was going for like ridiculously low, and I was like, all right, this book looks pretty nice. Now maybe it's one of the 9.2s or the 9.4s, but I was like, let me just put in the last minute bid, see what happens. I won it on a snipe bid. And then I found a third copy that was even lower than that, and I won it on another snipe bid. So for the money I paid for these three, I think I can make a.
And how low are we talking? What's low?
What's low for this book? I mean, like 30, 40 bucks.
Okay.
For what I think is going to be a good key issue, especially with the Green Lantern show. It all depends on the show. That's how these books like rise and fall. So I think DC is not the most trusted on this, but maybe we could get a decent Green Lantern show.
Right.
All right, what book do we got next?
Okay, next up is gonna be.
Makes so nervous.
Uncanny X-Men.
No, that one's not mine. I have some of Drew's books in here, but I don't want to open Drew's books.
Okay.
I'll let him do his own unboxing video.
Out of the order that I had him in.
That's okay.
Okay, we got Batman, number 423.
Okay, this might be the biggest book in this batch. This book is a Todd McFarlane cover. As you can see, it definitely inspired a lot of what would come of the future of Spawn. This book, it's kind of an enigma to me that books like this become valuable because it's really just the cover. Like, as you can see in the top right, there's no notes on like what makes this book special. There's no first appearance. There's no nothing. This is literally just a Todd McFarlane cover. Now, I ended up getting this book at a yard sale for a fantastic price. I could have gotten it for an even better price, but the moral of that story is always carry cash on you. I'll tell that story on a later one.
I know that story.
You remember that one, right? Got a little fleece, but I still fleeced that guy.
Right.
So
okay.
I still got him real good. So anyway, I ended up buying this book for $11. Now, no matter what grade this comes in, I'm flipping it for a massive profit. If this book comes in at a 9.8, this book is worth $2,500. I know, that's crazy, right? It's just a good cover. If it comes at 9.6, it's a $500 book. There's a $2,000 difference between a 9.6 and a 9.8 on this book. And then when it becomes lower, then it's just a few $100. But it's still worth a lot of money either way. And it's something that I'm not personally going to keep. I mean, it's a good cover and all, but I'm not a big McFarlane collector. That's not like my prerogative for what I want on my wall. So if this comes in at 9.8, we are talking about crazy money. If this comes in a little lower, we're talking about still good money, but less money. So, but either way, massive profit. What do we got in this book? Show me a 9.8.
What's your guess?
My guess on this was 9.6 or 9.8. Oh, no, you're not making it.
Here, you're going to be truly disappointed.
Don't show me a low grade. Oh, 9.0. Boo. Yeah. Man, I thought it was a 9.6 or a 9.8.
You didn't fleece him as much as you thought.
I still fleeced him pretty good. I only got that book for $11, but 9.0, man. If that was a 9.8, I mean, we're talking about like $2,500, which would have been insane. It's a great cover, but
I'd have given you 12 for it right now.
A 7-month process of getting it graded, but wow, okay, 9.0. I was off on that one. It looked really nice. I mean, I inspected these, and I was mostly looking for ticks and tacks, and then I had my cleaner and presser, work with them. So, I thought I was expecting some higher grades in this. 9.0. I'd have to see the grader notes on that, which I should be able to get on CGC's website, but I'm curious, like, why. After we unbox all the books, maybe we'll look at the values of them.
Yeah, we got two more. So
yeah.
Next up is Green Lantern number 201.
Okay, this is the first appearance of Kilowog, and this is the first time they have the Green Lantern core like on the cover. Again, I was just trying to build my Green Lantern wall. I'm like, this is a pretty good key. It's a nice cover. It's a white cover, so it's kind of hard to get in high grade. I got this copy on eBay. If I'm not mistaken, on the backside, there's also like an advertisement for like M&Ms or something. M&Ms and chocolate. So
I'll still after the grade.
Having the white cover on both sides makes it really hard to get in high grade. I was hoping for around a 9.0 on this one, but if my Batman was that far off, who knows how far off I am on this one. Either way, I'm happy with this one. This is just a personal collection book. Let's see. I paid I want to say I paid only like $40 for this one, so I didn't do too bad. What do we got? 9.4, even better. All right, I had 9.0 written in my notes, so 9.4 is nice on that book. It was a nice copy, but it's a white cover, so it's very hard. It gets dirty easily. It's an old book.
I can show the back a little better.
Yeah, it's got a white cover. The M&M's ad. That's what I remembered.
Yeah.
So I know. I like that. Or 9.4 rather. I like that for first Kilowog. It's a good book. Part of my Green Lantern wall.
Okay.
What do we got up next?
We only got one more. Then all the rest of Drew's.
And all the rest are Drew's. So this is going to be X-Men 4.
X-Men 4, correct.
Okay. This is another one that I got at that same yard sale, which I got for $11. Now, when I sent this book in, it was so like red hot. This is when all the Disney Plus rumors were happening that Omega Red was going to show up on one of these shows. This book was up to like $1,000 for some people in a 9.8. I was like, that's crazy because this is a 90s book that printed like 1 million copies. It's a great Jim Lee cover, but I mean, Omega Red, come on now. It's since I
Cover is good though.
The cover is good. Jim Lee, he doesn't miss. Since I submitted this, it's cooled down significantly. That's the down part of having a 7-month wait for these books to come back. So it's not nearly the book it was, but I still think whatever I'm going to end up flipping for, it's going to make good money. And if those rumors start up again of Omega Red appearing in something, or the actual X-Men in the MCU, we're going to be looking into some good money. I remember this being a pretty high-grade copy. There was one thing I remember seeing on the cover, on the X in the X-Men, because it's the white logo. There was like a little black spot. Now, I'm not sure if my cleaner and presser was able to get it out, but there was a black spot like on the X in X-Men. So
without my glasses, I can't tell. So it looks good to me.
Yeah, they were. It may still be there. Who knows? My guess on it, even with the black spot, was going to be a 9.6. What do we got? 9.6. On the money. Okay, so
I'm gonna take a peek for that X.
It was like on the X. It was like in the middle of the X. There was like a black spot.
Looks pretty good. So yeah, I mean, I see like a little blotchy. Like a little like ink blotch in the middle there.
Yeah, like right there. It was
I mean, you really got to look for it, but yeah, I see a little something. So yeah.
Yeah. So that a 9.6. I mean, it's better money in a 9.8. Of course, the 9.8 is the premium, but a 9.6 is still going to be good money for that. So we did pretty okay on grades of what I expected. We had the Batman and the one Green Lantern book fall below expectation. We had Green Lantern 201 fall above expectation, and X-Men 4 meet the expectation. That was above expectation. I thought a 9.0.
The Batman
went below.
Disappointing, right? That was the lowest.
A little, because that one would have been the most valuable by far in 9.8.
Yeah, and just to the naked eye here, like with it in front of me,
looks good, right?
It looks really good.
It presents well, which is always something that like an eBay seller would tell you, like, oh, well, it looks like a 9.8.
I see like a little dimple there,
a little spine tick. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to keep these. I mean, that book I think is from the late '80s.
On the back, there's a little crease at the top,
right? And on the black covers, they show all the creases and everything.
Yeah.
It can be
but
tough.
Just to the naked eye, the front looks really nice.
So I just got to sell it to a guy who needs glasses, and I'll be good to go.
Yeah, I think that's a 9.8 to me. And then there's the 9.8 Green Lantern, which obviously looks.
The 9.8 is supposed to be, the perfect.
Yeah, it definitely looks perfect. I mean, front and back look really, really nice.
Yeah, so, that one's staying in the personal collection. The other two will be for resale.
Right. So, the 9.2.
Yeah, 9.2 is a little disappointing.
Which looking at the 9.2 to the naked eye, I mean, still looks.
I think on one of them there was a spine tick that like I noticed.
Yeah, I could see it. Okay.
Yeah, so that might have been that one. One of them had a spine tick that I was like,
That's the 9.2 for sure. And then the 9.4, which was the first one we opened. Obviously you could tell I just did them randomly.
Yeah.
But the 9.4, yeah, you could see it's just not quite
the 9.8 like fresh. I mean, the differences between a 9.8 and a 9.4, could honestly be very minuscule, or it could be a lot. Like, it really is subjective to each grader.
Yeah.
Usually it comes down on these modern books. It's going to come down to spine ticks. It's going to come down to, how much these colors are popping.
Yeah, and that's the difference I see, honestly, between a 9.4 and a 9.8. The color is really
the color of the cover.
In the 9.8, yeah.
And that all goes into how the comic was originally stored. Was it kept in a bag and a board? Was it kept in the cardboard box versus out in the open? Was it laying down or standing up? I mean, all those things play into, how the book ends up staying graded. That's why, you could look back at books that never got a bag and a board and just were like face down. I mean, they end up like curling up. They end up becoming like a U because of, it's just over time. That's how the paper kind of, it's not expensive paper, keeping it together. So, right. That's how a lot of books end up taking damage. And then we didn't check on these, but they should all be at the top, like underneath the grade, it says white pages, or it says whatever
Yeah,
the color the pages are. They should all be white pages
okay.
because they're all modern books.
Green Lanterns all say white pages.
Yeah, I mean those are from 2008, so they should be
Yeah.
white pages.
Batman white pages.
That's good. I had one. I think
Yep,
on my
Green
last
Lantern
unboxing, the Green Lantern one was off
Green
white.
Lantern 204 white pages. And yep, and the X-Men white pages. So everything.
So white pages versus off white pages. Personally, I don't care. I mean, it's the inside of the book, and the book is slabbed anyway, so it really shouldn't matter. But some eBay buyers will pay a higher premium if it says white pages versus off-white pages. Again, to me, it's on the inside of the book, and the book's slabbed, so it shouldn't really matter. But all right, so this was pretty fun to look at them through this perspective and really not see the grades at all. Now we're going to take a look at grader notes and the cost of these books on eBay. We'll see the total value. All right, so I did the research on eBay, checking sales that have already happened with these similar books for the last few months, kind of pulling the data. And let's go over the value of each book and see our total value. So the least valuable one would be the Green Lantern number 25 in the 9.2. 9.2 is a little low for a modern book, especially something that came out in 2008. So we're talking around $50 to $60 on the 9.2. Next up is going to be the 9.4. Again, 9.4 on a book from 2008. That's something you want to see in a 9.6 or a 9.8. We're talking about $60 to $80. So, you know, not great, but I still think that those numbers are going to boost up when the Green Lantern show comes out, if Atrocitus, Larfleeze, the color spectrum is to happen. The next one, we're going to go up in value as we go. The next one's going to be the X-Men 4 in a 9.6. Now, as I said earlier in the video, this is a book that's fluctuated like crazy. When the Omega Red rumors were happening, I mean, this book was just flying up. And we knew that it wasn't a sustainable growth, but obviously I didn't think it would take 7 months to get these books back. So in a 9.6 right now, we're talking anywhere between $85 and $100. And just so you could see like how much of a difference the 9.8 and 9.6 are, I mean, it's such a minor difference. It could be the difference of one spine tick, but a 9.8 would go for around $200 to $220. So double your value if you get a 9.8 on this book versus 9.6. So next up is going to be the Green Lantern number 201. That's that first appearance of Kilowog. In a 9.4, we're talking anywhere between $100 and $150. It's a very nice book. That one's staying in the personal collection. And then, of course, finally, we have the Batman 423 in the 9.0. As I mentioned in the video, in the 9.8, this book is worth $2,500. I mean, it's insane to me because it's really just a good cover, but in a 9.6, it's worth around $500. In a 9.0, we're talking around $350, which is still very good for a 9.0. So that's the most valuable book in this collection. And given the price that I paid for it, I really can't complain at all. That is a great flip. So we're talking about a total value, if you combine all those books together, of $1,000. Now, obviously, I'm not selling the Kilowog, and I'm not selling one of the Green Lantern 25s. And then it's also what you could actually get for it on eBay. So, I mean, that's based on, all these numbers are based on actual sales. So hopefully I can get around that or more, that's always better. But we'll see when they actually go up. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for checking it out. If you could like, subscribe, all that good stuff, I would appreciate it. And stay tuned for the next unboxing, which is going to be the Silver Age unboxing. Scheduled for grading right now at CGC, so hopefully soon. But thank you for watching.